On June 26, 1997, the first Harry Potter book was released. It was the start of a massive culture phenomenon. 7 books, 8 movies, a series of spin-off movies, a theme park, and so much merchandise, a person could drown in it. But please don't. That sounds painful. With Harry Potter being such a mainstream brand, is it any wonder that the one behind the series is such an icon? Which is why it's a shame she's a TERF. Hi, I'm Bea and welcome back to my channel. I'm a Slytherin, or a Hufflepuff, it's inconclusive. I'm the only Slytherin in this stop-gang relationship. You're more like a henchman Hufflepuff. Oh, you read the books? When you've been stuck in the void as long as I have, you read whatever you can get your hands on. Whether you saw the movies, read the books, both, or neither, you know what Harry Potter is. Most people who grew up with Harry Potter think of it very fondly. JK Rowling, on the other hand, well, that's a bit more complicated. TERF. Between adding information post-publication or a deeper dive into the text that leaves, well, some things to be desired, Rowling has become a decisive figure in the fandom. TERF. TERF stands for Trans-Exclusionary Radical Feminist. And that's bad. And JK Rowling made a transphobic tweet. Trans people have rights. JK Rowling is a TERF. I'll link it to an article in the description describing the event because I am not a drama YouTuber and there's plenty of videos on the subject already. There are many videos already that exist describing the transgressions of JK Rowling. Here's the thing though, a lot of people love Harry Potter. It's a beloved childhood franchise that holds a lot of good memories for many people. And distancing yourself from something that means a lot to you can be very hard. So I'm not here to say you give up Harry Potter. Harry Potter has become a standard for a lot of books. If I had a nickel for every time someone said,
"It's good, but it's no Harry Potter,"
well then I'd have better props and costumes for these videos. I'm not gonna ask you to stop loving Harry Potter. I am, however, gonna timidly suggest it's not timid if you're making a whole video out of it. Okay, Wendy, strongly suggest that you stop supporting JK Rowling. If you want to buy Harry Potter merch, you can get it from a lot of secondhand thrift stores or buy it from other Harry Potter fans. But here's something else that I kind of wanted to discuss with you. You know there are other books, right? There's other books aside from Harry Potter that are just as good, if not better. So here it is, a list of 5 alternatives to Harry Potter. Why is everyone so into magic books? What is it about magic? Is it supposed to be hard? Number 5, The School for Good and Evil. The School for Good and Evil is about, well, a school for good and evil. It follows 2 girls who are best friends from childhood, escaping to a world of fairy tales where magic is real and they have to struggle to make it through school, and it puts their friendship to the test. They deal with day-to-day struggles to maintain their friendship, their morality, as well as surprisingly darker forces, including the way the world itself is set up. Like Harry Potter, the main characters have a strong friendship, and they attend a magic school that's quite not what it seems. There's a lot of conflict that is both internal and external, and Dot is the best character. Number 4, The Keys to the Kingdom series. I honestly don't think my summary of this series would do it justice. The book itself is very creative, but I'm gonna try. Keys to the Kingdom is about a 12-year-old boy who has to take on the 7 Morrow days. He's been named the rightful heir by someone called the Architect. Each book follows his battle against one of these Morrow days, starting with Mr. Monday. These 7 books are filled with a fantastical world that just gets bigger and bigger with every story. It's so fantastical I have trouble putting it into words. You'll just have to read it for yourself. If you want a really unique world-building experience, I recommend these books. Number 3, Rick Riordan. Well, Rick Riordan's books. So, Rick Riordan has written a lot of books. He's mostly known for the Percy Jackson series, but there's a lot beyond that. Full disclosure, I've only read Heroes of Olympus and The Red Pyramid, and the first book in the Magnus Chase series. But these books are a fast-paced read. You can probably read them in one sitting if you have the time. Not only that, but Magnus Chase's love interest is a gender-fluid character, so that's pretty cool. Number 2, Diana Wynne Jones books. I love, love, love Diana Wynne Jones. Specifically, if we're looking for something that compares to Harry Potter, I would recommend the Chrestomanci series. The first novel, A Charmed Life, follows the adventures of two orphans named Gwen and Cat Chant. Gwen is a very young and talented witch, and she's also the worst. That's not my opinion, that's actually in the book. Gwen is the worst. And poor Cat, since he's an orphan, is left clinging to his sister since she's the only person in the world that he has, and she's terrible to him. This book is both very childish and very grown up at the same time. It deals a lot with the failings of the people in Cat's life. Not only does his sister fail him, but a lot of the adults in his life fail him as well, which is a hard thing for a child to experience. Cat at a young age is left to learn some very grown-up lessons. Diana Wynne Jones writes beautifully. One thing I like about her writing style, it's similar to a Ghibli film. It makes the most mundane things seem magical, and that makes it very fantastical to the reader. Number 5, Lockwood and Co series. I love this series. It takes place in a world where ghosts run amok. Children are employed to fight ghosts because they're the only ones who can see them. But it's a very dangerous job, and it's left with a very high mortality rate. Not only do children fight ghosts, but they're also employed in jobs like driving, because they're the only ones that can see the threat at night. Like, children as young as 6 and 7 are left to be the blue-collar workers of this world. The series revolves around an independent ghost hunting company run all by children, young adults, and how they compete with the 3 major companies in London that also fight ghosts. Our main character Lucy, along with George and Lockwood, are fun, likable characters. It's fun to watch them learn how to work together. Other characters get added to the main cast as the books go along. Like Harry Potter, this is a book with a tight-knit cast and strong world building. So that's 5 alternatives to Harry Potter. And of course there's more. If you have any suggestions, please comment them below. It's important to note that I'm examining these texts as if an adult or young adult is reading them. Yes, these books are meant for middle graders. However, some of the content could be scary. Lockwood and Co itself, as well as The School from Good and Evil, deals with death and, well, very frightening subject matter. Not only that, Charmed Life was written in 1977 and may contain word choices, especially it being a British text, that I as an adult can recognize are not appropriate, but a young child would not be able to distinguish the fact that these are inappropriate. It can be a little dated. Still a good read, but if you're going to recommend these to children, I advise you to read them first and figure out if you think they're appropriate. I will link the Goodreads pages down below for anyone interested in looking into these books further. Thank you for watching this video, and this video is sponsored by this jar of knuckles that I just found. Happy reading!